Salutations fellow hobbyists and welcome to the Toyama23 Hobby channel. We have passed 1,000 subs. Thank you so much. For you who are new to this channel, please subscribe. So, high grades that are not Gundam. The Zaku? The Ball? The Jagan? I'm just kidding. Don't be mad. This video is about high grades that are not Gunpla. High grades. Perhaps the majority of many hobbyist collection. Bandai had always expanded their PLAMO line to include more than just Gunpla. But as of recently, there has been a surge of more high-grade kits that are not from the Gundam universe. Some might even fly under our radar. So I made this video for 3 reasons. 1. To be aware, in case you're looking for kits from certain series with a certain high-grade quality. 2. Beware. Prevent us, hobbyists, from making boo-boo of calling something that isn't a Gundam a Gundam. Well, that's not as bad as what the BBC did, but it invites comments like, "Theatricality and deceptions are powerful agents to the uninitiated." And 3. For fun. As we know, Gunpla is Gundam plastic model. So, not from the Gundam universe, they're technically not Gunpla. They are PLAMO. Yet, Bandai puts the high-grade stamp on them, perhaps to assure quality. And there are many of you hobbyists who loves high grades. This is not a top 10 video, but I'm used to making these type of videos, so forgive me and let's roll with it. I'll count them down from first series release date and highlight what they have to offer. Number 10. Heavy Metal L-Gaim. With a design straight from the 80s, Bandai recently re-released a few mecha from the Heavy Metal L-Gaim series. I'm not so familiar with the series, but I do know it makes a few appearances in the Super Robot War games. And perhaps because of that, there is a fan base for it. If you're interested in it, in high grade form, I'd say get the 2021 releases. You know, where the Bandai logo is blue because Bandai gave it a 1.5 treatment, meaning they molded a few new parts for it to improve its articulation and balance. These are based on old school kits, so bear in mind, they will have that retro feel to building them. It has partial inner frame from areas where they are exposed, and the cables on it, you'll have to cut them like on the back of the knee. Number 9. Super Robot Wars is a series known for crossing over the Mecha multiverse. So many games, it's hard to keep up. Even though they feature many other popular mechas, we still love a few of their original design. Most of the kits are produced by Kotobukiya. However, recently, Bandai has made 2 high-grade kits, which is the Altaisen, not yet released at the time of making this video. The Psybuster looks great. The proportions have been revised. However, compared to the Kotobukiya counterpart, they decided to go with a sticker approach. I can forgive that because high grade. What's cool to me is that it transformed without any parts forming. And even if I were to decide between the Kotobukiya and this version, I choose this version. The articulation is limited, but that's due to the design of the artwork. Personally, I don't mind because it nails this iconic pose. Now the other offering is the Altaisen, not released yet, and based on these pictures, it does not look as articulate as the Kotobukiya counterpart, but priced lower, and the vents on the back shoulders need to be painted. The proportion has been altered, in my opinion, not as fat as the line art, but retains that bulky silhouette as should be. With all that said, I'll choose this over the Kotobukiya version if I were to get one. I do look forward to what else Bandai can offer out of this Super Robot War series. I'm hoping for the Altaisen Rise, the Wise Ritter, the Walruptire, and Wild Falcon. That would be wild. Number 8. Niketsu Seikyo Gosura, a series from 1993 that I'm not familiar with at all, but if you're a fan, you're going to want to get the Gosura the Mechnosaura, the Grandsora, to form the big and awesome high grade called the King Gosura.
Wow.
Speechless. I know. Number 7. Sakura Wars. I love the opening song. Still one of my favorite anime openings. Bandai made the main series mecha in high grade form. They use a little gloss to the plastic, so beware. That makes the plastic weaker. Be gentle with it. It's the steampunk era. But my favorite gimmick and what had me sold is the cockpit gimmick. Not only is the cockpit highly detailed, the pilot is as well. Even though it's a static pose, they put a lot of effort into making a static figure look dynamic by not making everything symmetrical, like one leg higher than the other. They also know the eyes are hard to paint, so they provide stickers. If you like the soft reboot of the series more, Bandai's got you covered. They have the full ensemble compared to the OG series. Number 6. Full Metal Panic. One of my favorite mecha series outside of Gundam. When Bandai announced this kit in high grade, I knew we would get a good kit. But Bandai brought it up a notch and made them great. Some builders even called them some of the best high grade ever made. I agree, because the details are high, articulation great but limited to the design, color separation is good, and the stickers are minimal. Except for the Levantine has more stickers because it's more colorful. They're almost real grade level. They have a cockpit, no details, no pilot. My only gripe though, because this thing is 1/60th scale, means a perfect grade pilot should be able to fit inside, but it doesn't. Anyway, I digress. It's an awesome high grade kit. Wow. That's also why the prices are higher compared to regular Gundam kits. Speaking of higher, install tubebuddy, the free tool I use to help with a lot of behind the scenes stuff for making this video, such as tags, titles, and search engine optimization, helping my videos reach a higher amount of audience and views. Install the tubebuddy Chrome extension with my affiliate link below. On that side note, if you wish to support the channel more, check out my Ko-fi page. And speaking of higher, number 5. Pacific Rim Uprising. Most of us loved the first movie and not so much the second movie, but after watching it a second time, I quite enjoyed it actually. And I am glad Bandai made some of the Jaegers in high grade form. They are a quick fun build, easy to assemble, beginner friendly. Somehow they have a bit of a toyish feel to them, but that's okay. They have a partial inner frame. And Gypsy Avenger has the ability to put the LED in to light up the chest turbine. I do wish they were bigger and more detailed, but that wouldn't fit the high grade moniker. Or to newcomers. Number 4. 86. To complement the launch of the anime, Bandai launched these 4-legged machines in model kit form. I don't know much about the source material, never watched the anime, but knew about it because of the release of these kits. It's a simple build, but a fun one. Not too many parts, some piston actions, high grade standards, but has a cockpit and a full pilot. Small, but because it's so different from every other Bandai offering, you might find it refreshing. Number 3. Dynamic Characters Infinitism version. So the dynamic characters are mechs from a few old school Super Robot series like Mazinger Z, Getter Robo, Kotetsu Geek, which looks retro but reimagined into a timeless design, infinitism, if you will. They are very diverse from series to series, but what remains are these details, the armor separating details, these infinitism signature motifs. I do find them appealing for an over-the-top Super Robot kit. The modern aesthetic doesn't overpower the dynamic characters' corniness, but in a good way. And I find myself smiling when I look at them every time. Number 2. Big Tony from Sakugan. This is I'm not sure, as the movie keeps getting postponed. perhaps a mech or a sentient robot. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that it's a high grade, it transforms, it's friendly looking, and it has a cool backpack. Up for pre-order during the release of this video. Before the final entry, let's look at some honorable mention. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Does not say high grade on it, but generally known as LMHG, meaning limited manufacture high grade. The kits are hard to find and a little dated, and I highly recommend the real grade over these if you're looking for a modern PLAMO experience or a battle dumbbean. I think the master grade would be better. The pilot figure is bigger and easier to paint and has a brain. Unless you want different characters, the master grade would be better. Now, some kits that I think should be high grade but somehow are no grade. Eureka 7. Few mechs from the series were made into model kit form by Bandai. They're high grade standard to me, sticker heavy, no pilot, but good looking on a surfboard. Code Geass. It has a cockpit and pilot figure. Cowboy Bebop. Bandai only made the Swordfish 2. It's hard to find and it also has a cockpit, pilot, and 3 character figures, namely Jet Black, Faye, and Spike. Number 1. Kyoukai Senki. The upcoming new original mecha series that get released at the time of the recording of this video. And looking at the high grade kits, it looks like they are no pilot figures or LED gimmicks, but I'm pretty sure they concentrate everything into the mecha itself. It looks very articulate, and from the CG pictures, it looks like parts are molded in the right color with minimal stickers. My hope with these kits are that they be as exciting as the Moon Gundam or Full Metal Panic kits, setting a new milestone in the high grade line. Now, did you know these kits exist? Well, you do now because you watched this video till the very end. Which high grade took you by surprise? For me, it was the Gosura series. Or what series do you wish Bandai made into high grade form? Please comment below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Your subscribe and likes helping this channel grow. We hit 1K subscribers, something I never thought would happen. With that said, keep things awesome, keep the hobby going, and keep the hobbyist alive. I am Toyama23 signing out.